to make progress. They can go from 1 to 100 as fast they seem to me. But the next is bigger. I'm staring at the wall.
I'm back at the Carolina Renaissance Festival. It's a little bit cool today, but I've seen a lot of people in costume, so I don't feel quite out of place. So right now, I normally like to walk around. Well, so normally what I like to do is walk around and see what's being offered this year at different shops. Normally it's the same thing for the past couple of years that I've been here. So let's see what we can find and then what we can watch. So I've seen a few cosplays of people that I've known, or at least known stuff about them. As a matter of fact, I actually saw Molly Mock and Caduceus Clay earlier. I don't know if I'll run into them again, but if I do, I'll see if I can get a video or picture or something, because it was impressive, their cosplays.
That because they advertised it, I have to do it the night before Christmas in the original Minnesota. Oh, you like that idea? All right. So what we'll do, this is the way this particular show is going to go. We're going to start out with Riddle Ed Hiding Hood. Is that good for you? All by Bach and Tackridge, all by Kitchener, Swanson, X-Fact, and Boyd. Then, we will go back to the original Minnesotan, which I really have a hard time shaking once I've done it. Oh, the Yashers and you betchas, they fly like crazy after that. But then we'll go to the Minnesotan and do the night before Christmas right in the middle, and then we'll finish up with Rindersella and the Stu Tugliep sisters. Then, that's the end of this show. After that, I'll come back here at 2:45 and do Perunzel, which is the stewest of minorities, and can be a smidge, a titch, ever so slightly a wee bit. I wouldn't worry about it, but some people might find it, itchy. Maybe just a little risky. Not risque, all right? I don't do risque. I don't know what you're thinking. You got into that Santa Claus action. Oh, and they turned redder than I did. I don't do risque for 2 reasons. Okay, breathe. She's over here! Exactly! Who are you trying to get? Dave! Dave! Is he behind me now? Oh no, Dave's not here, man. Oh, Dave! Hey, Dave! We have your family, or friends, or something over here. I'm standing here in the middle of the audience, Dave. These are the Daves I know. Morning, Dave. All right. Dave, we opened the pod bay doors just for you. Nobody got dating myself again, aren't I? Yeah, a lot of you weren't even born in 2001. All right. Where am I going with this? I've suddenly taken a left turn. That's right. I'm going to do a show. We're going to do Perunzel at 2:45. We'll do Jomeo and Ruli at 4:15. Let's get started here. Let's start out with Riddle Ed Hiding Hood. Danik, this is perfectly simple. You just gotta tick faster than you fought. You ready, Dave? All right, good. Here we go. Riddle at Hiding Ridge starts out with that Giddle Earl. Everybody with me? Giddle Earl in the Kent Road, who went out for a falk in the forest. You were waiting for that, weren't you? Yeah, it's not really a story without a good falk in the forest. Oh, come on, folks. You falked in the forest before. This is North Carolina. What? It's part of our regional identity. It's not like we're out in Arizona where those poor people have never falked in the forest. At least not without Band-Aids and a needle-nose pliers. I mean, here we've got the Appalachian Trail. That's all about falking in the forest. Yeah, ask the former governor of South Carolina. Oh! I have an audience with a long memory. For those of you who don't remember, he got lost and ended up in, what, Argentina? He was probably using the same GPS I use. That's a lot of falking in the forest there. Now, Riddle at Hiding Ridge is out falking in the forest, and she meets a wigwag both. Oh, everybody does it. Yeah, wigwag both. He was kind of a goxy fight. And he said, "Giddle Earl, where are you going?" And she said, "Ow! I'm taking this gasket of goodies to Handmaws Grouse." Now, Handmaws Grouse is in a southern part of the woods. And that wigwag both, he too a short nut. Oh, yes, he had red and he fought their Gerst. He put on Handmaws Grady and he bumped in the jet. So, when the Giddle Earl got to the shore, there's a wasty old no fine lead boy Handmaws Grady with the numbers cold up to his... You guys are just hanging on by your fingers. Just think, 7 or 8 cups of coffee in the morning, you can do this too. Riddle at Hiding Ridge, look at the tough. She knew that Fubble was a trut, Mump thing was a sis, Rup thing was Sutton in the date of Stendard. Where were we? Ah, I was the ninja of our Kiskin Dead Glade Sorius Mummer by this Yun of Uh-oh. Yeah, that was a little Richard the Turd. Not a little Richard, that'd be Fruity Tooty. Woo! Right? No, Richard the Turd, that's William Wakefield. You want to hear a little Romeo and Juliet? Yeah, all right, Romeo and Juliet. Preach, Sneeview. That's like sneak. Okay, good. Romeo and Juliet. Soft butt that breaks wind by yonder light. I know, regular cummerbund bandersnatch, ain't I mean, of course, Bandicoot Chowder Pants. Bombadil Creepy Thatch. Benadryl Itch and Scratch. Bento Box Puddin' Snatch. Back and forth tennis match. All right, Shilliam Latner. You realize I just buried the needle on the geekometer. Greetings. Well, oh, look, I found my people. Oh, the pod's got you, too. Oh, look around. It's a Renaissance festival. But for one bucket of green body paint, this would be a science fiction convention. Oh. You haven't lived till you've stood on the Renaissance Festival stage, only to look out and find that your back row is full of Klingons. And what was worse is I once had a front row full of Doctors Who. 11 of them. Oh my God, were they annoying. They kept yelling out, look, we're in chronological order. And 5 of them would not quit playing with their sonic screwdrivers. And you know what? When you don't know what they are, it's really disturbing when they light up and buzz. Now, the only thing that went through my head is, good Lord, do that in the privacy of your own home. I am way off the track here. Welcome to Short Attention Span Theater. Squirrel. Riddle at Hiding Ridge, look at the tough. She knew that Fumble was a trut because that wasty old Nof couldn't pull over her thighs. She'd look at that tough. Mango, what he buys you have. And the wigwag both said, Solly had to be you with time here. She says, Mangrove, what big beers you have? He says, all the better to beer you with, Dimir. She says, Mangrove, what big beef you have? You know, like Sergeant Lizers. And with that, the wigwag both bang from the spread. Did I get you? Lucky you, you're getting this in Braille, too. It's bang from the spread. He started hasting her around the chouse. She was skrelling and yeaming and skrelling and yeaming. That means yelling and screaming. Okay, good. They were lusting vamps. They were flocking over nurture. They were risking serious injury. When a Wassing Pudsman nerd the hoys, doped down the door, wabbed the girl, took his zig backs, and bopped him into biddle-liney tits and riddle and Huntingrid. See, you go fast enough, nobody really hears that. It's Blub Seminole. And Riddle and Huntingrid have happily after ever.
So I just watched a fire eating comedy show. I like them. I might go back for another one of their shows. But right now what I'm trying to do is get to the jousting tilt yard. So yeah. Well, I'm having a good time so far. I'm getting ready to go watch the joust again in about 15 minutes. That's when I need to be there so that I can get to my seat. You know, so over there they have an ocarina maker. I might get me one, but also I don't think I would take the time to learn how to play it, so I might just save my money on that. Looking around, this reminds me a lot of the joust scene in Excalibur when they're looking around for who's going to be able to pull the sword from the stone. I'll see if I can find a clip of that and put it up with this video. So I just ran into Vox Machina after walking around Keyworth, Vax, and Percy. So far today's been pretty good. So I bought a tankard, a clay tankard that's in here. I'll show you that later. I also bought this. It's a wooden sword, and I bought one of these a few years ago. It was shorter, and I attempted to customize it, so I think I'm going to do that again, but film it this time for you all. I think I'll try and make this sort of like Narsil from the Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings films. So far we've had a good day today. I've had a fun time, watched quite a few shows, went in and out of a few shops, but pretty much all that's left to do is watch the final joust. I'll film that for you all and head back home.
With 9 points, we have one team that goes all the way to 11. With 7 points, you are their own. The Moon!
At all. I don't think there was a better way that today could have ended. But it's getting pretty cold and there's not much left to do. So, I am going to find who I was driving and skedaddle. Hope you've enjoyed watching my adventures, and I hope to come back next year.
You did request some Irish music, so I'm going to do a quick verse for our Celtic brothers and sisters. This is the combined Scottish/Irish verse. The English or the landlords or the fairies took my rights or sheep. They burned my house or crops or land. I have no place to eat or sleep. I used to have a sweetheart, but the war came, there we went. Life is devoid of